What's up, world? The Real Hollywood here, of course. Back with another video. I didn't really touch base on actually giving birth while being under this pandemic, and I feel like that's a key point in being pregnant right now and going into delivery and labor. So I'm gonna touch base on that. It's a scary time for us guys, and honestly, you just have to really control your anxiety, control what you can at this point because a lot of things are out of your control. And for me, that was a problem. For me, it was more so I wanted things a certain way. And that's why they always tell you with your birth plan to be flexible because things do not always work out how they want to and how you want to. Um, and the main thing is to be flexible, man, because you don't want to walk into a situation where you have everything just down to the T and nothing goes your way. Like for me, I wanted laughing gas. I didn't want an epidural. I didn't want any drugs. I wanted laughing gas. I wanted to make it, funny and just a laughable moment to look back on. But being that COVID is here and living, to say the least, I couldn't get that because of, who used it before, anything in the tubes and everything like that. So, going into labor and delivery, I mean, I decided to be induced because of my anxiety. My anxiety was bad. My due date was March 28th. I was induced March 26th. Only because that's my choice, because honestly, not knowing when he would arrive, he could have came, the first week of April or whatever, and that for me, who knew what would have happened if I would have waited, being that I couldn't have, somebody there with me, or maybe I would have to wear a mask the whole time. My anxiety was just too bad. I would rather him be here now versus later. Now looking into things now, hospitals aren't having, a lot of visitors and you can't be there. And see, when I gave birth, March 26th, I could have one person there the entire time. She couldn't leave. So we had to like order food and eat the hospital food, which is gross. But yeah, things were a little tricky. Like I said, no laughing gas, no visitors, which kind of I like because I don't want to share my child with the world yet. And I didn't want to have family there waiting and having my anxiety even worse than what it was, being that they're waiting to hold my kid and touch my kid, especially with all this stuff going on. And, that kind of worked in my favor. But being that you can't leave and you can't eat what you wanted to, like I wanted lobster the night I gave delivery, like the night that I gave birth. I wanted a whole lobster, just some drawn butter, some broccoli, and it didn't happen. I had to get red lobster, and it was disgusting. Grubhub wasn't really delivering because of the whole pandemic, and it's just a lot of things that really aren't in your favor at the moment. But if you are pregnant right now and you are close to giving birth, please just be mindful that things may not go your way. Please, take your time and really have a support system there, that support person there, because I don't think they're having more than one person. And if you're one of those people and live in those states where you can't have nobody with you, please just think about me. I'm with you. You're strong. You're able. You're powerful. You can do this. And the end result is so amazing. It's so amazing. But honestly, you have to be patient within this time. I mean, coronavirus is horrible, man. It's like a cancer. It's stopping our way of life. It's stopping our way of living, our livelihood. It's causing us to feel anxious and depressed, and it's really testing the people with mental health issues. It's really testing your strength. It's really testing your perseverance. But at the end of the day, man, you can do this. You've come this far. You've dealt with the morning sickness. You've dealt with the pain of the bones, and the kicking and the poked and prodded and the vaginal exams and everything like that. So you can get through this. COVID-19 will not stop you. And it's just going to be an amazing story for your newborn when they are able to, really understand and really comprehend what is going on. Like, we are giving birth to these kids through a pandemic. We're giving birth to these kids in a national crisis. You should feel very fucking powerful. Very fucking powerful. So my word of advice, honestly, be patient, be flexible. Understand that everybody is stressed right now. The hospital, I mean, my team, my nurses, my doctor were amazing. I mean, amazing. I laughed so much. They laughed. It was just a vibe. It was amazing. The love, the energy, it was crazy. You know, I was definitely blessed to have the doctor that I did and have the nurses that were on call that day and working that day, because, man, I don't know if I could have did it with somebody I didn't vibe with. You know, so if you are one of those moms where you're going to give birth soon and you don't know what's going to happen in the next few months, pick your day. You know, pick your day that you want to be induced. Pick your day where you want to meet your child. Because honestly, that's the only thing that I had control over. And it felt good to know that I chose the day I wanted to meet my son. I chose the day where I was like, no, I'm not dealing with none of this. Like, I want this, and it needs to happen. And it did. Be an advocate for yourself. Speak up. If you don't like something, speak on it. You know, be mindful of the drugs that you're going to be using. Be mindful if you want laughing gas. Probably won't be happening because of this COVID-19. Be mindful of the drugs that they're going to use in your IV if you want those type of drugs that cross the placenta. I mean, just do research. You know, read a little bit more. Educate yourself more in this time and in this matter, because this is your time. Pregnancy right now is hard. But at the same time, this is your time. This is your way of giving birth and your way of giving life to this world, and you can do it. You can do it the way you want to do it. Just be flexible. Some things you cannot control, and that for many people is very hard. But understand, you're in this together. I'm with you. We're powerful. We're strong. We're tired. Having a newborn is no joke. No joke. You think you don't have sleep now from peeing every 20 minutes? Wait till your little man or little girl gets here. I wouldn't trade it for the world, though. But listen, I love y'all the way y'all love me. And I hope this shed a little light on COVID-19. It sucks. But the story that I'm going to tell my son is going to be so essential to life, to love, and to happiness.